Hey everybody, today I'm going to be teaching you how to thread the Brother 10 needle. This will apply for the Babylock 10 needle also, and some of the 6 needles. So I'm going to come to the back of my machine. I've already set up a spool thread on it, and y'all are going to have to bear with me because I'm using one hand. First off, what I do, I find the edge of my thread. I used red, so hopefully y'all could see it a little bit better. So I just take my thread, and these are all on the back row your odd numbers. These on the front row are all your even numbers. Odd numbers will have 2 things to go through, so this one and this one. Even numbers will only have this one to go in. And they have numbers in the back if you forget. So I'm on 1 right here, so I'm just going to take my thread and I'm going to feed it through there. And once it goes through, I'm going to grab it. And that second one, I'm going to go through that. Kind of pull a little tail on the other side. And now we're ready to go to this part. So there's numbers on the back that help you a lot. I take my thread, put it through that number 1. I need a little bit bigger tail. All right, then I'm gonna come to the front of my machine and grab that tail right there and pull it through. Now, once I got that through this one, and this one, I'm going to take the edge of that thread right here. I'm going to go through this number 1 spot. It's a little hole. Just feed it up, feeding it through. Kind of hard to do with one hand. All right. Now I'm just going to take that tail, kind of feed it through. Now once I got that, now we're through this one, this one, and this one. Now, I'm going to get the edge of my thread. You see these little holes right here where my finger is? You're going to feed it through that. All right, so I put it through here. Now you're just going to like floss it under this little lever right here. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. Usually I would hold the thread up here so it doesn't have no slack to pull through. Sometimes one hand will work. It's just a little bit harder. You'll know when it's in when, let me see if I can, when this little hook right here, the thread is under that, behind it, just like that. And on the front side. All right, so now that we got that, let me focus. So your machine will have these little lines. If you have an older model or like the Valiant or the Enterprise or something like that, you might have a white top and like a white background instead of a blue. And these will be like little engraved things. They're harder to see, but I promise you they're there. So once I have my thread through there, let me focus it again. I'm going to follow the directions. So it says, come down here, and we're going to loop it around. Now it sits in here. Now this one, we're going to go on the outside, and we're going to go on the inside right there. Now you're going to floss again right here. See how it went under that lever? Now we are at the front of our machine. So I'm going to pull my screen over. All right, just to backtrack, we have our thread spool. Went through the first one, went through the second one, went through this one, went through that one, that little hole back there, under that little lever, around, came a little loose, but that's okay, to the right of this peg. And you can see that like some of them are different, but it'll show you where to put it. And this one's to the left of that peg, then under that little lever. Then I will take my thread. I'm gonna go down this. So this little line right here, I just put my thread. Then I'm going to pull it back up. But once you have looped it under, grab the edge of your thread and you're gonna put it through that little hole. All right, now once you have it through that, now I want you to see how it goes straight from here to that little hole. That is not what you want. If that happens to happen, like it just happened to me, you can either undo it, or an easier way would be taking this right here and following that down, kind of getting it in that path and like pulling it slowly. All right, now once you have that, went down, back up, through that little hole, and back down, it's gonna go back down into this. You're gonna grab the end, put it through this hole right here. And then you're gonna come below your machine. You're gonna find your little tail and pull it through. Now this part is a little hard to see, but I'm gonna show y'all the best I can. So I have this thread. Do you see that little hook right there? Let me find a tool. All right. This little hook right here, your thread needs to go behind that. So let me show you. So I just take it. All right, this is a little hard to see with one hand. So I'll take my hook, put it on my thread in between it. Then I'm gonna take it behind there and kind of, now once I got that, you will also have one hand holding it. Then you kind of just pull it, make it go behind that little hook. So if you didn't see, I just took the thread, put it up and behind the hook, then it pulled it through. Now once I've done that, I'm going to come to my screen. I'm gonna wake it up. She's gonna tell me it's gonna move. Now what I'm going to press is I'm going to press this button right here. Once I do that, I have all of my needles that pop up. I'm already working on one, but if you wanted, say you were working on 5, you could hit it and it would switch for you. We're working on 1, so we're just gonna hit 1. Now once we have it behind our hook and our right needle selected, we're gonna hit our threader button. And once we do that, the little threader pops out. Now this is a very tricky part, so I'm gonna hold it where y'all can kind of see it. All right, so I got my thread. I take it to the, you can kind of see there's a little bar right here and a little bar on the other side. And then there's a little hook thing on the foot. I'm gonna take it to the right of my needle threader about right there. And then, so I'm going to show y'all that again. To the right of the needle threader, under on that hook, then cut it. Now once you do that, you just press your button again and it threads. So I'm going to go over this one more time. Thread is behind the hook. I'm going to press my button. My needle threader pops out. Let me see if I can like zoom in a little bit. All right. So this is up close right here. I take my thread, go to the right, and make sure when you're cutting your thread it is on the right needle. That can mess it up a little bit. And then you just pull and it's cut. I'm going to press this button and it is threaded. If you'll have any more questions, you can contact us and we would love to help you. But have a good day.